regarding race. His race shouldn't have never been a factor. He shouldn't have never. Jake Lane, I don't see you calling out Jake Lane that said Carmelo Anthony should sit there and be hung from a tree and shot outside the Collin County Jail. I never brought race into this situation.
Not every criminal case ends in a not guilty verdict, regardless of skin color. Plenty of people commit crimes, and juries rightfully find them guilty. However, public perception often shifts dramatically depending on how a case is viewed, raising a persistent question in the public discourse. Does race play a part in certain legal cases? This question frequently surfaces on social media platforms, where algorithms continuously feed users similar content once they engage with a racially charged video. A closer look at the comment sections reveals deeply divided reactions. For example, when a public incident occurs, such as an employee being terminated for using racial slurs, the initial public response often focuses on accountability. However, subsequent updates often show that substantial amounts of money are donated through crowdfunding to support the individuals accused of bias. This dynamic highlights a deeper societal divide. Many argue that race is brought up unnecessarily and has no bearing on the evidence presented in a courtroom. Conversely, others point out that racially charged commentary and hostility often flood public forums long before formal legal arguments even begin. While some contend that racism is a thing of the past because it's overt, historical symbols are less visible, critics argue it has simply migrated online, where individuals use private pages and anonymity to express deeply biased views. Furthermore, observers note there is a clear distinction between how language is used colloquially within a community versus when it is utilized as a weapon of hate. This online behavior raises a critical question regarding the American legal system. Where do these anonymous commenters and donors live? If they reside within the United States, they are part of the civic pool called upon for jury duty. Because jury pools are drawn from standard civic records, individuals who harbor deep-seated biases anonymously online can still be seated inside a courtroom to decide a defendant's fate. This reality drives the ongoing concern over jury demographics, specifically whether a Black defendant can receive a fair trial when facing an entirely non-diverse jury. Rather than ignoring these patterns, researchers and legal observers suggest analyzing the connection between hidden digital biases and real-world judicial outcomes. The evidence indicates that modern bias remains highly visible online, prompting a necessary conversation about how these hidden perspectives impact the constitutional right to a fair and impartial trial.
Oh, they kept on saying the Carmelo Anthony case was an example of Black privilege. That nigga just got convicted of murder. While in the same exact state, almost in the same area, a white child stabbed a Hispanic in a situation that's almost exactly the same. And guess what? No conviction of murder. And they knew each other. They actually knew each other. What? Knife on grounds and all. They convicted him of criminally negligent homicide. He isn't even going to prison. He's going to jail for 2 years. Wait a second. He's getting out next year.